Hai guys, balik lagi dengan gue di Final Fantasy XVI. Kali ini melanjutkan yang sebelumnya ya. Gue ada di satu tempat antah berantah, gue nggak tahu di mana, which is di Cedra Wealth. Yang dimana gue pikir ada sesuatu di sini, tapi gue barusan ada ngelihat di internet ya untuk monster beast yang gue cari ya. Salah satu itu ada di sini. Karena gue udah hopeless untuk mencari ya. Jadi kita langsung fast travel dulu. Jadi sekarang agenda gue adalah gue akan ngebunuh dua monster dulu yang ada di tempatnya Mugel. Dan after that gue akan ngelanjutin cerita. Jadi biar cepat langsung pakai Chocobo aja deh.
Good girl.
Oke, ini kita terus perjalanannya agak panjang sih. Jadi ya. Tapi harusnya kalau pakai Mugel harusnya cepet sih harusnya. Sebentar. Oke, jadi gue harus muter ke sini, terus ke sini. Baik. Di situ tuh monsternya nanti ada Grimalkin, kalau nggak salah ya, Grimalkin. Lumayan kan? Jadi setelah gue membunuh Hugo, pasukannya sekarang pada mundur semua, jadi gue udah bisa kemana-mana. What? Oke, habis itu belok sini, ya kan? Terus belok kanan lagi. Oh belum. Nanti dulu. Ini ke kanan. Tidak, terima kasih. Aku dari titik dimana gue udah mulai malas membunuh musuh-musuhnya. Sana lagi. Panjang nggak perjalanannya? Oh no. Di sini. Oke, sedikit lagi kita sampai.
Time to fight.
You know what? Ada level 30, let's go. Aduh. Dan let's go. Sini ada apa? Sedikit lagi kita sampai. Iya sih, tadi gue belum kesini sih sebelumnya. Apakah itu? Oh lain. Oh iya bener. Oh iya. Grimalkin. Gue cari-cari kemarin, nggak nemu ternyata di sini.
Playtime for the pack, is it?
Oke.
Let me introduce you to mine.
Let's go. 2 kali lagi. Langsung mati. Bye-bye. Oke, turun lu. Oke. Kita bunuh manual ya. It's over. Masih belum mau turun juga dia. Oke, langsung tendara. Oh, tendara. Judgment Ball ke tendara. Tapi ya, Judgment Ball gak gitu kuat ya damage-nya. Lama, kagak kena, mohon maaf ini abang. Oke. What just happened? Nah, saatnya turun
And
lu.
then there was one.
Come on. Nggak kena, Bambang. Limit break, limit break. Come on. Oke. Nope. Oh. Ah, 178 doang ya. Stag, stagger. Jasmine Bolt. 30.000. Oh my god, oh my god. Damage break again. What? Us. Dikit lagi, dikit lagi. Oh, apa itu? Oh, tadi berser. Mantap, bro. Udah matilah kau. Yes. Notorious Mark Slain. And Grimalkin High. Menarik.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgor?
Yap. Oke, nextnya itu gue harus mencari empty hovel. Sebelumnya gue nggak nemu dan karena gue frustasi, jadi gue cari di internet dan ternyata tempatnya di sini. Ya, jadi ya kagak bisa travel ya. Harus naik Chocobo mau nggak mau. Nah itu. Jadi monster yang terakhir ini itu tuh kalau nggak salah ada yang terbang-terbang itu, gue lupa namanya apa. Itu akan menjadi monster terakhir untuk yang chapter, untuk yang part ini deh kayaknya. Soalnya habis itu tuh kalau nggak salah di boardnya monsternya itu yang terakhir tuh ranking S dan gue nggak tahu itu harus level berapa lawannya. So ya, yeah, let's go. Permisi. Lewat sini. Salah jalan. Nge-stuck. Ini kenapa susah amat diarahinnya? Permisi. Habis ini kita ke kanan. Bener kan? Oh ya, ini terus aja. Terus di sini arahnya ke sana. Ya. Mari kita selesaikan ini dan habis itu kita pergi ke Lowbird's Pass. So far so good lah, game-nya menarik banget dan gue sudah level 35. Kira-kira maksimal levelnya di sini berapa gue juga nggak tahu. Oke, kita ke sini. Alright, turun dulu.
Be safe.
Let's go. Kemana tadi? Salah jalan. Ke sini ya. Nah, itu dia udah ngumpul yang terbang-terbang itu. Hey you guys. Soul Stingers. Ranking C masih nggak apa-apa. Penasaran. Level 32. Langsung pakai ini dong. Oh, kuat juga mereka. Langsung pakai Thunder. Lagi. Mantap. Sisa tinggal dikit. Tuh, mereka nggak bisa tarik ya. Agak susah nih, kalau mereka terbang. Nggak kena, Bambang. Oke. Bye. Yang ini gampang sih. Cakep. Udah 510 bintang gua. And
Peace at last.
dan itu ada yang terakhir. Saatnya kita lanjut ke cerita berarti. Karena side quest gua udah habis untuk part ini. Untuk yang sekarang. Jadi kita balik ke highway. Tuh udah nggak. Oh wait. Kita kesini dulu ya. Oke. Oke. Mari kita lanjut cerita. Yes.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Ada apa nih? Halo, ada apa nih? Oke, sekarang gua harus ke sini ya. Oke. Lewat sini. Oh iya, kalau nggak salah kan yang kalau kalian ingat, gua tuh ada main side quest yang kalau nggak salah tuh shadow, pokoknya yang ada itulah tentara yang di tengah hutan. Nah, habis itu kan kalau nggak salah akhirnya mau perang kan, kayaknya tuh melanjutin ke situ sih. Gua lupa lagi nama misinya apa. Maaf ya. Tuh penjaganya juga udah hilang. Oke, sekarang kita turun aja ya. Pakai cukup aja lah. Males gue jalan kaki. Oke. Oh, tidak perlu kalau level 13 mah. Maaf, permisi. Oh, halo. Helena Engineer.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Of course. Monster apa lagi nih?
Anybody home?
Ah, kamu lagi.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Oh my god, dia pakai doom. Itu berbahaya guys. Oh my god, gue harus cepet bunuh dia. Oh my god. Oke. Stagger, mampus. Doom itu sangat berbahaya. Where is it? Oke, doomnya hilang. Oh, masih ada doomnya. Oke. Harus segera Cepat. Sebelum gua mati. Yes. Bye. Jadi Doom itu tuh ada hitungan waktunya. Kalau tadi kan kalau setelah pakai Doom tuh ada bola-bola itu kan. Kalau bolanya makin lama makin habis, dia langsung mati. Soalnya di setiap Final Fantasy kayak gitu kalau ketemu Doom.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Quest complete. Good. The Eye of the Warrior. Okay. Oke, saatnya kita pulang karena udah selesai semuanya. Ya, mari kita pulang. Menarik. Oke, kita sekarang ke Otto, tapi sebelum ke Otto, gue mau ngeliat papan dulu, papannya Mugel.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Hai Nektar, apakah ada lagi monster yang harus kulawan? Oh, udah tidak. Kisah ini nih, cuman ini gue nggak tahu tempatnya di mana, location-nya tanda-tanya. Dan dia ranking S sih, gue masih belum berani lawannya. Level gue baru level 35. Ntar dulu kali ya. Apaan nih? I thought the battles that would change things.
When I close my eyes,
I can still hear Jared's voice as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out to the soldiers to distract them. His words save us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal. And his life on in me. And his life on in me. They changed my life, and I've wanted to thank him ever since.
only I don't know how.
I don't know the right
I
words.
wish you were here.
Yeah, I wish he were here to teach them to me.
Come to claim your just desserts.
Ya, meteorite. Coba kasih gue yang bagus, kasihnya meteorite. Gue udah banyak meteorite lagi. Oke.
Come again. I may have more for ya.
How are you doing?
Masih kosong quest. Oke.
Something in there.
Terus cek di sini apa ada quest. Tidak ada. Baik, berarti saatnya kita lanjut ke cerita. Kita cari Mid. Wait.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up that.
Nah, ini dia.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. The shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
Oke, saatnya kita bicara dengan Harpocrates. You know what? Gua akan lewat sini.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Lama, oi jalannya.
Thanks to CID.
Misi.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it, as you can imagine. She's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps. It is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Okay.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Oke. Gue disuruh pilih nih. Jill atau Tarya? Oke. Ya gue sering jalan sama Jill sih.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
You know what? Gue akan pilih Jill.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will
Yalah.
accompany you on your little excursion?
Jill lah.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
Yep.
You too, Talia.
Let's go. Langsung aja travel. Ngapain jalan kaki? And we go here.
Now, where's Jill?
Oke, where's Jill? Lah iya, Jill belum pernah kesini ya. Terakhir kan pas gua kesini kan gua sendirian.
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has
Oh.
finally spread to the world.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts? You can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Okay.
Up! You'll not find a bruised
Fresh cuts. Come and get them before the...
You haven't much, but you're free to look. I
Yes.
hope it's to your liking.
Thank you. Thank you for the garlic. Nextnya.
Buy, sell,
Pepio
be
nut.
gone. If that's what you want.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that price?
All anyone ever wants anymore.
Udah kelar sini Jillnya. Hei.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
What?
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Of course. You don't ask me twice. You don't need to ask me twice, sorry.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
You're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Oh.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Saya memilih orang yang tepat. Oke. Speak with Harpocrates. Tuh, katanya Torgal ini guardiannya si Shiva, tapi yang ditemenin selalu selalu Clive. Oke, mari kita balik.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
Oh yeah.
Clive. Harpocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Oke, bentar lagi jadi kapalnya atau kapal pesawat atau mungkin kapal terbang, I don't know. Oke.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Sebelum itu, kalau kita ke
My
Harpocrates
knowledge
lagi.
is yours. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Dikit lagi.
What subject shall we consider today?
Midadol, namanya lucu ya, Midadol. Oke, ini semua udah ada. Oh, orangnya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 orang lagi. Mysteries of Marvel. Wait, ini film atau gimana? Oh enggak ding. Okay.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Let's go.
Thanks to Cid.
I went up to give some breeze to the chocolate.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Oke. Apakah kapalmu akan segera jadi?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking. Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Oh. Lah.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Cepat juga.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Okay. Speak with me.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right.
Little? It's
There's
big,
just
not
one thing I
little.
need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
Won't be a
I'll let
won't
Otto
be
know
a
you're coming.
moment.
Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Singkatan apa lagi tuh? Won't be a mo. Won't be a moment. Apa sih susah ngomong moment?
Building a ship.
Really?
Oh. Oh. Hmm. Oke. Baru juga mau lanjut cerita, ternyata ada side quest. Pertama kita ke kamar dulu.
He cracked the crystal too.
Kalian dari si Matt ini? Salah, si Mick. Oh, enggak nih, ada 3. Wait a minute, kenapa bentukannya begini? Oh. I was thumbing through the high ledgers at Otto behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe, and by that, I mean immediately, you know where I will be. Not yet. Sabar, sabar. Something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll. Not yet. About Blackthorn? Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the drop of his jaw lately. So I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates? I know you're busy, bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge. Bagus. Gua akan pilih yang satu dulu, bad feeling ya. Kenapa dengan keluarga aku?
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Ya. Oh, lagi-lagi buka aja lagi biar gua nggak usah bolak-balik. Yes.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
And the last one. Yes.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Oke, done. Let's go. Saatnya kita menjelajah. Pertama, kita ngomong sama si Claren dulu. Kenapa dengan Torgal? Please jangan sakit, Torgal.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Sarcasm.
I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating my treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him, which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Okay. Mumpung ini paling dekat, langsung aja kita ngobrol sama Harpocrates.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right. Though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within. And I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clap.
Okay. Slay Elder Antelope. Ya ampun, kasihan antelope kagak tahu apa-apa di slay demi buat kasih makan Torgal. Nggak apa-apa lah buat my big boy. Enggak.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Mari kita bicara sama Karen lagi.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections, which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
Okay.
I appreciate the warning.
Okay. I appreciate the warning. Jill, lu bisa ikut gua nggak sih, Jill? Butuh teman gua.
Impressive, isn't it? I can't wait to see how the rest of the vessel looks.
saying terms helped.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Yuk tunggu dulu ya, belum saatnya.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh, Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Oh,
We have
he's
that
a
much to
leader.
hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
I don't. Oke, ke Martha dan Isabel. Wait a minute, ada lagi satu di sini. Weird Science. Ya udahlah, kesanalah kita. Ntar kalau udah dibuka, baru deh menjelajah.
Think Mid might need some help.
Hello.
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of
all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Why not?
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Okay. Oke, kemana dulu ya? Gue harus pergi. Hah? Apalagi nih? Oh, ini yang tadi dari Word Science. Oke. Oh, jangan-jangan yang level S itu lagi. So, I feel that might interest you. Apa itu? The Croc Sunbreak. The Croc Sunbreak. Wah, kalau ini mah gue butuh Jill ya buat S ya, tapi Jill kagak ikut gua. Oke, udah ya. Berarti gua ke Sunbreak dulu deh. Salah pencet. Gue lupa Sunbreak itu di sini bukan? The Croc. Ini payback. Pentinate Gate, ini more. Anam Chapel. Come on. Ini Northern. Wait a minute. Gue foto dulu deh. Oh tadi. The Croc Sunbreak. Oke, udah gua foto. The Croc. The Croc. CROCK. Ini Cutter Gate. Ini Norven. CROCK. Holy Eye. Wristwatch. Udah gila-gilanya gue harus nyari lagi, hah? Nggak ada di sini. By Watch, Pentinent Gate, Richard. Apa ini? Oh, kesini dulu lah, payback dulu lah. Gua akan mencarinya nanti. Oke, pertama kita ke Isabella dulu.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Malady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you, to settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil, and to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me.
Sorry.
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Cid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Yeah, today I learned.
Long ago, yes. Cid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Cid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Oke. Sekarang asli gue tuh nggak tahu di mana The Croc tuh kada. Udah nanti dulu deh, kita selesaikan yang lain dulu. Oh, lain kok, lain. Oke, sekarang kita ke Martha. Hello, Martha?
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me.
More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither.
Oh,
that,
thank
and
you.
you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Goat will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Goatee, oke. Di sini done. What is this? A bone to pick. Oke. Gua kan tadi di sini. Wah, jalannya juga jauh ini ya. Udah, mari kita keluar. Wah, ini lewat sana bukan? Bukan. Lewat sini bukan?
Stay sharp.
Oh iya benar. Lumayan kan sejalur. Ambrosia.
Good girl.
Oke, kita tutup terus. Masih terus. Maaf, permisi. Nah, terus ini ke kanan. Udah banget, what is that? Oh, nggak usah dulu lah. Oh, di sini. Oke.
It's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Serius lo mau bunuh The Elder lo dia.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
You're hungry, Torgal? Seriously? Sorry. Go, Torgal.
Get him. This one. All yours, Torgal.
Gue suruh Torgal aja yang bunuh. Oke.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
Banyak begitu ya, enough lah. Bunuh cuma. Oh, dia seneng.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy. When did you get so big?
So cute. Oke, next tidak ada di sini. Baik, apakah ada lagi di sini? No. Jadi saatnya open ke Word. Salah pencet kan? Oke, nextnya gue akan pergi ke apa ini? Oh, ini buat yang cari pedang ya. Oke.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The St. Drake's fang is gone. The whole mother crystal.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen? Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Oke. Jauh ya? Wah, jauh, Pak. Jauh nih. Kita dari sini aja ya jalannya. Gak usah jalan kaki, langsung travel aja.
Ready, go? Faster!
You deserve a rest.
Lawan lah, biar naikin level. Rabu. Nice. Bye. Lumayan loh 350 experience-nya. Ya udahlah, kalau gitu lawan musuh aja deh. Ayo dong bang, lari dong. Oke. Sunbound. Bye. Oke. Jauh juga ya. Tuh gini gue naik Chocobo tadi. Sini lo bandit.
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Come on. Thunderbolt. Oh, mampus. Nope. Nice try. Bye. Nice.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Delamel.
Untung langsung ke teleport, kagak perlu jalan kaki lagi gua.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regard, the very stone of which I spoke. Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count. But only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield.
My uncle.
Is a
Okay.
perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Oke, dan untuk yang terakhir, the weird science yang the Bomb King ya. Oke, barusan gue ada cek dari internet, ya. Gue hopeless untuk mencari di mana posisinya, tapi ternyata, ternyata tempatnya dia tuh di sini. Dari sini. Nah, ini kan ada jalan nih, ketutupan. Nah, kita harus ke sini. Jadi, dari sini kita travel. Ya, oke. Now I know di mana lokasinya. Pakai Chocobo saja.
Let's go.
Let's go, girl. Sana. Oh, masih level 15. Nggak mau. Masih terus ya. Malah nge-stuck gua. Mohon maaf nih, kalau nggak mau mati kagak usah deket-deket gua. Imperial Chase. And di sini nih the Croc. The Bomb King, here I come. Harusnya ya lawan Bomb King tuh pakai stok ada, tapi kagak ada si ini, Bang. Jill.
Be safe.
Harusnya lu yang be safe. Nah, itu dia. Ranking B, gak bisa lah. Mari kita buat dia stagger dulu. Now.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Bikin stagger. Mantap. And then Ih, gue nggak bisa stagger. Nggak ada itunya. Dia makin gede. Makin banyak. Ada gila-gilanya. Lagi limit break. Oh. Udah yang ini aja dihabisin, Epic, Kak. Oh, no. Again. Ayo dikit lagi yuk. Stay down. Nice. Done. 1000 experience. Bomb Ember.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Okay. That should do it.
He's more than this. He can fetch it himself.
Baik, nah sekarang karena misi gue udah gue jalanin semua untuk side quest, saatnya pulang deh. Nah, setelah menyelesaikan 3 side quest, lanjut ke my mission. Oke, pertama kita ke Blacktown dulu ya. Oh enggak, Sharon dulu.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Sebentar, sini dulu.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age. and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Done. Excalibur. Wait. Apakah Excalibur adalah pedang terkuat di Final Fantasy 16? I mean, Excalibur adalah pedang terkuat di Final Fantasy 9 sih. Oh my god. Dan kalau nggak salah, Excalibur itu adalah pedangnya Gilgamesh juga di Final Fantasy 9. Oh my god. Oke, kita lihat dulu bahan-bahannya.
Clive.
Use the forge. Mana Excalibur? Where's my... Gua butuh... my god. Oke. Gua butuh 300 wire rate. Dan gua sudah punya 274 wire rate. Dan kalau nggak salah wire rate ada yang jual deh. Of course lah gua nggak bakal beli ini, ya kan? How about this one? Nggak ada. Sebentar. Enhance 1, meteorite sama bonek tuh. You know what? Gua akan ke Sharon. Kalau nggak salah, kamu ada jual wire kan?
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
Please, ada. Oh my god, dia ada jual. Oh my god. Oke, 3, 4, 5. Tadi udah gua ada 74. 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Yep, let's make Excalibur, guys. Nih, kok ada bahannya nih. Ayo, Excalibur. My baby. Oh my god. Oke, dia attack-nya nambah 28 ya. Kalau reinforce itu nambah 10. Ya jelas lah ya, Excalibur. Makan tuh, Mak. Seneng aku tuh, Mak. Aduh, seneng aku tuh. Habis langsung raid gua. Gak apa-apa, yang penting dapat Excalibur. Tapi kayaknya ya, Excalibur bukan pedang terkuat sih di game ini kayaknya. Soalnya mudah banget nyari bahannya. So ya, mungkin ada pedang terkuat lainnya kali ya. Cuma ya kaget aja namanya Excalibur. Soalnya di setiap Final Fantasy Excalibur tuh pedangnya tuh bagus banget. No, let's talk to you.
Clive, were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. one can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
That's the reason kenapa Torgal bisa deket juga sama si Clive. Oke. Now I've got my answer. Oke, next menyelesaikan misi ke Goti. Lewat sini deh.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Masih selamat dia.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
About that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact. Told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Yaelah, balik lagi nih gua. Hah? Bolak-balik aja kerjaan gua nih.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Huh? Sounds good to me.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Cid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce.
Ooh.
You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Okay.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump, I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Cid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
Huh. I bet they do.
How long did you know Cid before he...
Before he died? 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. Which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Sid. Ah.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right.
I miss him.
Gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Oh, so sad.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shove people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Dua orang ini ngapain coba? Dan tadi bolak-balik balik meja.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Cid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Nice, quest complete. Akhirnya gue mengetahui cerita tentang Cid ya, which is good. Ooh, I got Cid's goblet. This is Clive's chamber. Okay. Next, the last one. Ya, the last one, the very last one. Udah, jangan menyebar-nyebar lagi ya.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
All right there, Cid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Cid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
Let's.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I
Okay.
could work some magic on that.
Okay.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything.
Oh.
But we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Interesting.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
Akhirnya sekarang gue udah bisa bawa banyak potion.
I'll only be a mo.
I will only be a mo. A moment. Apa sih saya ngomong moment?
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Yes. Finally. Oh. Increasing consumable inventory capacity. Nice. Jadi 6 sekarang. High potionnya 4. Oke. Lumayan. Baik. Mari kita speak with Otto dulu. Tapi sebelum itu, ya saatnya kita ngambil donasi.
How may I help you today, Clive?
High Cleric's Medallion.
You earned this.
Thank you.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Yup. Tapi wait, gue mau coba ke Claren dulu. Sedikit lagi gue mau ke Claren dulu, oke? Untuk melihat potion gue. Claren.
Is it business or pleasure?
Ooh, interesting.
You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I know.
Finished, are you?
I'm finished. And totally finished for this episode. Yeah, so far di episode kali ini gue banyak memainkan side mission ya. Yang dimana ternyata gue udah mengetahui cerita Sid di masa lalu, which is kayak sangat-sangat menyentuh. So ya, in the next episode gue akan lanjut ke cerita yang dimana gue akan bicara dengan Otto dan tentu saja berkunjung ke kuburannya Sid. So, thank you for watching guys and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.